What if you could build a mind as strong as a samurai's sword? Wake up ready to tackle chaos with calm confidence. Ancient warriors' wisdom can boost our productivity, discipline, and leadership today. What if I told you that you could harness that same power to master your own life? The secret isn't some ancient forgotten scroll. What if, in a world drowning in distractions, you could forge a mind as unbreakable as a samurai's blade? Imagine rising each day with the quiet power to conquer chaos, not through force, but through unyielding self-command. Welcome to Productive Samurai, where we draw from ancient warriors' wisdom to fuel modern productivity, discipline, and leadership. Today, we dive into the art of self-discipline, the samurai way. This isn't about grueling punishment. It's about building strength through structure, turning everyday habits into weapons for progress. Stick around, because by the end, you will have actionable steps rooted in history, backed by research, to transform your life. Let's start at the core. Samurai weren't born disciplined. They built it through a system called Bushido, the way of the warrior. Emerging in feudal Japan around the 12th century, Bushido emphasized 7 virtues: righteousness, courage, benevolence, respect, honesty, honor, and loyalty. But self-discipline was the foundation, the invisible force holding it all together. Without it, a samurai was as good as defeated before the battle began. Historical records from the Hagakure, a 18th-century samurai text by Yamamoto Tsunetomo, stress that discipline isn't optional, it's survival. In today's terms, think of it as your personal operating system for productivity. A 2023 study from the American Psychological Association found that people with high self-discipline report 20% higher life satisfaction and 15% better career advancement. Why? Because discipline turns potential into progress. Picture this. A samurai awakens at dawn, not to the buzz of an alarm, but to the call of duty. No scrolling feeds or hitting snooze. He begins with zazen, seated meditation, to sharpen his focus. This isn't mysticism, it's mental training. Modern neuroscience backs it. A Harvard study shows just 10 minutes of daily meditation increases gray matter in the brain's prefrontal cortex, boosting self-control and decision-making. For you, in the 21st century, this means starting your day with intention. Skip the comfort trap. Rise early. Meditate or journal for clarity. As a productive samurai, treat your morning like a ritual. Fuel for the day's battles, whether it's leading a team or crushing a project deadline. But discipline isn't just routine. It's facing discomfort head-on. Samurai trained in harsh conditions, sparring in rain, fasting for days, to build resilience. The Kamakura period samurai, like those under Minamoto no Yoritomo, endured misogi, ritual purification under freezing waterfalls, to cleanse body and mind. This built what psychologists call grit, defined by Angela Duckworth in her research as passion plus perseverance. Her studies at the University of Pennsylvania show grit predicts success better than IQ, with gritty individuals 34% more likely to achieve long-term goals. In modern life, apply this by embracing small hardships. Skip that extra coffee. Opt for a cold shower. Research from the Netherlands' Wim Hof method demonstrates cold exposure reduces stress hormones by up to 50%, enhancing focus. As leaders, this grit helps you guide others through uncertainty, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth. Now, let's build momentum, because true discipline compounds like interest in a savings account. Samurai didn't chase motivation. They relied on habit stacks, layering actions into unbreakable chains. Take the tea ceremony, chanoyu, which samurai practiced for mindfulness. Every precise movement, pouring, whisking, was a lesson in presence. A 2022 meta-analysis in the Journal of Positive Psychology reviewed 50 studies and found habit building increases productivity by 25% over time. Start simple. Stack your workouts with reading or emails with deep breathing. Relate this to leadership. Samurai daimyo, like Tokugawa Ieyasu, who unified Japan, used disciplined routines to command armies. In your world, this means leading by example. Consistent habits inspire your team, fostering a culture of progress. What about weakness? Samurai didn't ignore flaws, they confronted them. In Bushido, self-reflection was daily, often through writing haiku or journaling battles. Miyamoto Musashi, the legendary swordsman in his Book of Five Rings, wrote that knowing your enemy starts with knowing yourself. Modern therapy echoes this. Cognitive behavioral techniques, per a 2024 APA report, help identify triggers, reducing impulsive behaviors by 40%. Pause and ask, what's your hidden weakness? Procrastination? Distraction? Name it, then attack it with a samurai's precision. Track it in a journal. Set micro-goals. This isn't self-punishment. It's empowerment. For modern people, this system combats digital overload. A 2023 Nielsen report shows adults spend 11 hours daily on screens, eroding focus. Counter it with disciplined boundaries, phone-free zones, timed work sprints. As a productive samurai, you'll lead with wisdom, turning personal victories into collective wins. Discipline as preparation, not punishment. This shifts everything. Samurai oiled their swords daily, not to harm the blade, but to preserve its edge. Deny those quick thrills now for some awesome rewards down the road. Fasting, like those samurai did during tough sieges, really built up their endurance. Intermittent fasting studies from Johns Hopkins show it improves metabolic health and cognitive function, with participants reporting 18% better concentration. Put in the effort first, then kick back and enjoy the fun later. Wait before you enjoy, do not rush it. A Stanford marshmallow experiment follow-up found kids who waited for rewards grew into adults with higher SAT scores and better health. In leadership, this means prioritizing team development over quick wins, building empires like the samurai shoguns who ruled for centuries through sustained effort. The moment arrives unannounced. Samurai knew this. In battles like Sekigahara in 1600, where 160,000 warriors clashed, discipline decided fates. No time for doubt. Modern equivalent? High-stakes meetings or deadlines. A 2021 Gallup poll reveals disciplined workers are 2.5 times more engaged, reducing burnout. Train for it. Simulate pressure with timed challenges. What habit masters you? Social media? Cut it cold for a day. Samurai endured without complaint. Cold rice, bruised armor. Research from the University of Chicago shows embracing discomfort boosts dopamine response, making hard work rewarding. For you, this means productive flow states, leading with calm authority amid chaos. Everywhere you go is a chance to learn and grow, right? How cool is that? Samurai infused discipline into walking, eating, even tying armor. Small acts as mastery strokes. Zen master Dogen taught that enlightenment is in ordinary actions. A 2022 habit study in Nature found consistent micro-habits compound to massive change, with 1% daily improvements yielding 37 times growth yearly. Tie your shoes mindfully. Eat without distractions. This builds leadership presence. Samurai generals commanded respect through poise. In modern terms, it helps you win negotiations or inspire innovation, progressing with wisdom. Motivation fades, clarity endures. Samurai sought the unmoving mountain, not fleeting blossoms. Cherry blossoms symbolize impermanence in Japanese culture, reminding warriors to act now. A Duke University study on motivation shows it wanes after 2 to 3 weeks, but clarity from purpose sustains effort. Plant without rain guarantee. Farmers did, archers drew. Train without praise. Extrinsic motivation leads to 30% higher dropout rates, per self-determination theory. Take charge of your feelings. Don't let them control you. Be the master, not servant to mood. This samurai system helps moderns escape the motivation trap, fostering steady productivity. Every battle won before fought. Sun Tzu's wisdom, adopted by samurai. Train during those hidden moments when no one's watching. That's where growth happens. Train in unseen moments like samurai did. Pine trees bend but don't break. Resilience metaphor from haiku poetry. A 2023 resilience study in psychological science links daily discipline to 25% lower stress. Stand in storms. Samurai armor grew familiar, like second skin. Your discipline will too. Adjust stance, not blame wind. Hesitation just makes things harder, so go for it and take action now. What is discipline? Unseen strike, cold rise, empty stomach embraced. In Kyoto gardens, pruning strengthens pines. Cut weaknesses daily. Bushido demanded endless refinement. This path for those who bleed quietly, gaining life-saving strength. The world tests small before great. Whispers become roars. Hunger, fatigue, enough voice. Thief of warriors. Forge through harder choices. Ease unchecked softens. Endure small resistances for great storms. Cherry blossom falls without regret. Accept limited time. What act do you postpone? Hesitation? It's like a silent killer, totally stopping you from moving forward. Willpower myth. Ritual sustains. Samurai structure. Dawn patterns. Essential repetition. Mind bargains. Cut whispers. Yamabushi walked snow barefoot. Need little to endure much. Forge in weak moments. Continue anyway. Sharpen katana daily. Joy in unbroken standing post-hardship. Tomorrow's a new day, so start today. Let go of what holds you back. Keep your hands free for what's ahead. Don't stress too much about the results. Just focus on enjoying the journey. Clarity in detachment. Stream under ice. Accept death for liberation. Train as last day. Worthy life, no regrets. Mastery is an endless road, full of twists, turns, and exciting discoveries along the way. Bamboo grows quietly, hidden from view, stretching tall and strong as it reaches for the sky. Focus on mastering one thing really well, you know? Dive deep into it. Sometimes you just gotta have patience, like steel that's strong and unyielding. Patience steel beneath. Defeat self first. You gotta beat your own doubts first before you can tackle anything else. Circle. Simplicity to depth. Simplicity leads us to deeper understanding and connection. It's all about that journey. Measure in defeat's carry. Defeat can be tough, but it's all about learning and bouncing back, right? The battle within. Step tomorrow without question. The struggle is real inside us, but tomorrow, let's step out without a doubt. Let's build a lasting legacy of strong discipline that inspires everyone around us. Just stroll down that path, soak in the sights, and really enjoy the vibe. It's all about the little moments, right? Samurai went through the same journey to achieve self-mastery. How the samurai became these legendary masters? It wasn't just their sword skills only. There's so much more to it. It was about their winner mindset, a way of life that turned ordinary men into icons of discipline and resilience. It's a simple, profound shift in how you view hardship. Picture this: a samurai on a long campaign. The rice is cold, the armor is bruised, the nights are freezing. Do they complain? No. They endure. They accept the discomfort as part of the path. This isn't just about being tough. It's a powerful psychological tool. Modern science is just now catching up to this ancient wisdom. A fascinating study from the University of Chicago uncovered something incredible about our brains. They found that when we willingly embrace discomfort, when we choose the harder path and see it as part of the process, our brains actually change. The effort itself triggers a dopamine response. Dopamine, often called the feel-good hormone, is actually more about motivation. It's the chemical that tells your brain, hey, this is worth doing. Keep going. So, when you choose the cold shower over the warm one, or decide to tackle that difficult project first thing in the morning, you're not just punishing yourself. You're training your brain to associate effort with reward. You're essentially hacking your own motivation system. The samurai understood this intuitively. Every cold meal, every grueling training session wasn't a punishment. It was a stepping stone. It was forging their willpower, making them stronger, more focused, and ultimately, more successful. Think about the things you avoid in your daily life. The workout you keep putting off, the difficult conversation you're dreading, the challenging book you want to read. We're wired to seek comfort and avoid pain. But what if, like the samurai, you started seeing these discomforts not as obstacles, but as opportunities? Opportunities to build mental fortitude and rewire your brain for success. This is the first principle of the samurai system for mastering life. Learn to love the effort. Don't just tolerate it. Embrace it. When you feel that resistance, that voice in your head telling you to take the easy way out, recognize it for what it is. A chance to level up. A chance to build your inner samurai. So how do you start? It begins with small, deliberate choices. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Do one more rep at the gym than you think you can. Sit down to work on your goal for just 5 minutes, even when you don't feel like it. Each time you consciously choose the path of greater resistance, you're casting a vote for a more disciplined, more resilient version of yourself. You are telling your brain that the struggle is not something to be feared, but something to be sought out. Over time, what once felt like a chore will start to feel rewarding. The satisfaction you get won't just come from completing the task, but from the very act of pushing through the difficulty. You will start to crave the challenge because your brain knows there's a dopamine hit waiting on the other side of that effort. This is how you stop being a slave to your fleeting moods and motivations and become the master of your own will. It's not about being emotionless or superhuman. It's about understanding the mechanics of your own mind and using them to your advantage. The samurai didn't have access to modern neuroscience, but they had something just as powerful, a tradition of discipline that had been tested and refined over centuries. By applying this one principle, embracing discomfort, you're tapping into that same timeless power. You're building a foundation of mental strength that will support you in every other area of your life. So, the next time you face a challenge, don't shrink from it. Smile. See it as your training ground. It's your cold rice, your bruised armor. It's your path to mastery. Thanks for watching. If you found this useful, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights on building a disciplined life. Let me know in the comments which samurai principle you're going to start with. Let's start this journey together. See you in the next one.